Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome back to the Thai Expat Daily Show. I'm your host, Kieran Mack, as always, and truly delighted you've been able to tune in with us yet again for another show on this beautiful Tuesday morning coming to you from Phuket. Now, before we do get started, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell. If you like listening to us on a podcast player, there's a link down below in the description where a vast array of podcast players hosting this show can be found. And finally, if you like the show, if you'd like to support us here in the show, you can do so by becoming a channel member. Details, as always, in the description. So now that's all done and dusted, let's jump into the top trending stories here in Thailand today. A family of three was injured early Sunday morning when their pickup truck plunged from a 10-metre high flyover under construction in Bangkok's Lat Krabang district. The accident occurred around 2 a.m. on the Lat Krabang flyover near the Suksaman intersection. Police and rescue workers arrived to find the heavily damaged Isuzu pickup next to a parked 22-wheel truck. The vehicle, registered in a UTR, had fallen from the unfinished flyover, collided with the larger truck, and came to rest on the ground. Now, rescue teams quickly transported a 33-year-old man, his 31-year-old wife, and their 1-year-old daughter to a nearby hospital. The driver told police that he didn't see any barricades and that the area was poorly lit. So I'm putting it to you today, should more precautions be put in place at construction sites here in Thailand to prevent such accidents? Your comments, your opinions down below in the comment section as always. A restaurant and a nail salon in Phuket were attacked late at night by a group of foreigners who shot at and smashed the windows of both establishments. The incident occurred in the early hours of September 29th, and police are now working to apprehend those responsible. Officers from Cherntalay Police Station, along with forensic experts, inspected the crime scenes at Bird's Cafe restaurant and the T&A Nail Salon studio. CCTV footage is being reviewed as investigators work to track down the group of 4 foreign men involved in the vandalism. Now, according to Mr. Gore Kem, a 68-year-old security guard at the restaurant, the first perpetrator arrived on a motorcycle just after 2 a.m., fired a shot and fled. Moments later, another man smashed the windows of both the restaurant and the nearby salon, followed by 2 more men who continued the rampage. Now, Mr. Kem, who has worked as a security guard for nearly 20 years, said he was too shocked to act and reported the incident to the police. He also mentioned that a violent argument involving foreigners had occurred nearby the day before, and it is suspected that the attackers might be from the same group. So today I put it to you. What do you think could be done to improve security in tourist-heavy areas like Phuket? As always, your opinions down below in the comment section. Phuket's push for quality tourism is being hampered by Thailand's ongoing visa-free policy, and that's according to the Phuket governor and the Phuket Tourism Association president. Both officials expressed concerns about the impact of over-tourism, with the visa-free policy attracting a large number of lower-spending tourists, which they argue could damage Phuket's long-term appeal as a premium destination. Now, the governor explained that while the government's goal is to boost tourism numbers, this focus on quantity over quality risks creating problems for both locals and high-spending tourists. The influx of international tourists has brought a rise in lower quality visitors, causing disruptions for local residents and diminishing the experience for high-quality tourists, he said. Now, Mr. Tenet pointed to statistics showing Phuket has welcomed between 200 and 400,000 international tourists over the past 6 months, and that number could rise dramatically to 6 to 800,000, similar to 2019 levels. He stressed that the focus should be on increasing revenue per tourist, not just the overall number of visitors. Now, both officials emphasized the need for tourists to respect local laws and traditions, with Mr. Tenet suggesting that improving infrastructure could help attract the right kind of tourist. Meanwhile, the governor proposed redirecting visitors to other provinces like Ranong, Phang and Krabi to ease the pressures on Phuket. Now, in a bid to raise tourism standards, the governor has called for stricter visa-free entry requirements, such as requiring a minimum bank balance for visitors. He warned that unchecked growth could lead to further challenges and more incidents of disruptive behavior. So, with these issues at hand, do you think Phuket should focus on limiting tourist numbers in favor of quality, or is the current visa-free policy benefiting the economy overall? Your comments, as always, in the comment section. And finally, actress Min Shalita Vijit Vongtong has voiced her frustration after her younger brother Moss was assaulted by a foreigner at Seoul 3 Cafe in Ratchada Soi 3 in Bangkok around 2 a.m. on September 25th. Now, despite filing a report at the local police station, the case has stalled with concerns that the attacker may leave the country by October 3rd. Now, Moss was called to the cafe by staff who were reportedly being harassed by foreigners. When he arrived to mediate, he was attacked and kicked in the face by one of the perpetrators. The family is now demanding accountability, as Moss has been left with physical injuries and emotional trauma. Mint expressed frustration over the lack of progress in the case, stating that the police are waiting on a forensic report before issuing an arrest warrant, despite having CCTV footage of the incident. Now, she also questioned why the police didn't conduct a drug test on the suspect and why mediation was suggested despite clear evidence of the assault. Now, this isn't the first time foreigners have assaulted Thai people, she said. I just want the legal process to be followed and for the law to protect us.